And good evening, everyone. Hey, welcome back after a long time.
Too long.
Yeah, too long a break. Welcome back to Star Wars Points of Light. I am Simon at Wandering DM, and those are all my super nice players. Do you guys want to go around the table and introduce yourselves in no particular order? I'll let whoever wants to go first go first.
All right, let's go first with me. And I give myself an air of self-importance there. I am Alex. I'll be playing the good old wholehearted mercenary on board this fantastic ship.
My heart, it hurts.
What's your name?
I'm the captain aboard the ship, Zeta. I'm Emily also. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Lauren. I play Queen Fiona Aristones of Naboo, currently not on Naboo.
But soon, we'll go back.
And deposed as well.
Oh yeah, I've been deposed, but you know.
Are you a queen?
Semantics at this point.
Yeah, I am Yoshita. I play the innocent, soft-hearted force user who just wants to give hugs and cuddles.
I mean, you're not wrong. You do want to give that, but to a very particular set of people.
You have a very particular set of skills.
Yep.
Hugs, cuddles, and foie gras.
And render. Lots of render. Rendering here, rendering there.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see how the rendering and the hugging goes tonight.
I think it's rending.
Yeah, it's rending, 'cause
sounds
rendering
like
is
you're
the- yeah.
rending.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks, Alex. For
What?
You modernist.
It's alright, it's alright. It's fine.
I'll improve my English. Let me just go and ask Mr. Webster.
So
Yeah.
let's go to our text scroll and recap our last session, which was two or 3
Forever
weeks
ago.
ago. Yeah, and then we'll jump right back into the action. See you guys in a few minutes. And we're back. So, we'll pick up a few moments after our last session when the whole crew of the Homestead is back aboard their ship. You all have washed off from after the battle whatever dirt, grime, blood, and sweat. And also you've patched up Hocus. You've patched up Jolt, I'm sorry, who had taken the brunt of the damage from the Imperial Walker. You have dropped them off where they needed to go in exchange for their sets of coordinates to reach the Fool, the other mysterious rebel leader. And you were on your way to actually probably nowhere, waiting for Bail Organa to call you. And after about a day or so of flying in hyperspace, the comms system flare up with a call from Bail Organa, Who picks it up?
It'd probably be me.
All right.
I call everybody to the main room before I answer, just in case.
Okay. Bale begins by saying, I hope everyone is all right. I hope your mission went well. Did you?
More or less.
Well, we received just a very brief communication from Hocus saying that they were safe and sound. So that is good news. We also have good news on our end, and you can hear like all the other people chatting in the background, your entire freaking farm of NPCs. And he says, thanks for being a follower. But he also says that he might have a some good news for you too. And thank you, Praxagatesma, for being a follower. And for the bits. He says that so the rebellion, the way it used to be before, was this disorganized bunch of cells. I was going to say disorganized organization. Yeah. Of small rebel cells scattered across the galaxy. Some of them were more well equipped, more resourceful than others. Some were found very early on by the Empire and had to either escape or were destroyed by air raids, bombing, infiltration by Imperial agents, or simple, storming of their bases by Imperial stormtroopers. But Bale says, I pulled some strings and I called on a few favors. And I think I found a handful of places that would make some great hideouts for our little family, and a good foundation for the new rebellion. If you will, I have a few schematics I can send you over. They're not complete, they are old, and probably a bit outdated. Each one of these bases will need to be repaired, rebuilt, and refurbished. And he sends over the 4 plans that I sent you guys over on Discord. For everyone watching, you'll see the plans once the base is chosen. If it gets chosen, no, Kitten, I'm streaming. Really, no, please. No, go. No, shit. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I have a kitten problem. Come on.
I feel that.
Yes. So, he sent you over those 4 plans. Each are on a different planet. If you want to know the name of each planet, I can give you at least a few, because some of them don't have a name. There is one on a planet called Shu Torn, which is the volcano planet. It's, if one of you can make a galactic lore check, you might be able to glean some more information on it.
You bet your butt I'm gonna do that.
I don't think we need to. I think that's the one we're all gonna choose.
I can make a I have galactic lore.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I'm good at.
Yeah, ask the person that went to school.
Hey, who said I didn't go to school?
Hey, look at that. You know everything.
I know everything about everything in the galaxy.
Yep. Shotorin is a feudal planet. It's one of the biggest ore mine in the entire core worlds to mid-rim planets of the galaxy. It is ruled by a monarch, a king. Although with the 22, you know that at this point the king was killed by Palpatine's agents because he apparently harbored treacherous thoughts towards the Empire. Instead, now the planet is ruled by his 3 children. 2 women called Holian and Trios, and a man called Monthan. The planet is, from what you know with the 22, probably still not really affiliated with the Empire. They're probably doing something akin to what you were doing, Fianna, on Naboo. Their planet is very harsh. Most people live in specialized habitats that shield them from the heat and the constant flow of magma everywhere. The planet is very rich in minerals and would not make a good target for carpet bombing by the Empire, since that would also deprive the Empire of most of what they need, most of the resources they need to build their fleet and their weapons.
And that's the volcano planet, right?
That's the volcano planet.
So 1 more point for volcano planet. Got it.
The forest planet has no name. It is a planet that is completely uninhabited. Plans for colonization were put forth by the Republic before the Clone Wars, but then the Clone Wars happened, so they took all of the resources they had for that and they moved them elsewhere. The only thing, and I'm not going to ask you for galactic lore because it is not part of the, Republic system and all that. So the only thing that you could potentially know about it is that it is set in the Outer Rims. So it's pretty far. Would land you close to Hutt territory, probably. He also sent another plan. The mountain plan that I sent you guys is on a small moon surrounding a gas giant. And I'll use the same galactic lore. Fianna, that this planet used to harbor a Jedi outpost. Not a full-on temple, but at least a sort of like monastic retreat or something.
And this is the mining planet. Yes.
That is the mountain planet.
Mountain planet. Okay.
Yeah. And the last one is a planet very well known by everyone, called Mon Calamari. That is the underwater planet.
I think Volcano just took a dump here.
It is the place where Admiral Akbar comes from, and it's underwater, like very deep underwater. The only thing that Bale has to say about that planet is it would be a logistical nightmare to try to find where to host the entire fleet. What do we do about it? Because even your ship, Zeta, does not go underwater.
Mm-hmm.
It is not made for that. So there would have to be either some sort of compromise or you would have to find another way. But these are the 4 plans that he sends you out. He says, I've spoken with Arctus and with the rest of the people here, with Irula, and even your handmaidens, Queen Aristonice. And so far, these are the 4 that were retained. There were others, but we felt that it might be a bit too complicated. There was one on Dantooine, there was one on Tatooine, which I'm not very fond of going back to. We even found one on a very cold world called Hoth, but I think that would just be some sort of death trap. Nobody can survive in the frozen wastes of that planet anyway. It's barren and it's lacking in absolutely everything. So if you want, Bale says, I would let you were the ones that got me out of the Lusankya. You were the ones that helped me see that the rebellion should be more than it used to be. I feel it appropriate if you were the ones to decide where we house the new rebellion. which base should be our main base. I would ask you to go there and scout it out, make sure that it is safe, and then send us a message, and we'll get a shuttle or a ship, and we'll head on over.
Your
I
ship.
feel like there will be a long debate. Give us a
Well-
couple hours.
Oh, I mean, most of these planets are at least a few days away from you. The closest one is Shotorun. Let me just get the galaxy map up again. I think Mon Calamari is the second
pretty far.
closest from where you are. Mon Calamari.
Well, we might have allies if we go to Soltoran. That's the volcano planet, right?
Shutoran,
Mhm.
yeah.
Shatoran. Just yeah.
Oh, I'm
People
sorry. The
are-
planet is called Mon Cala and not Mon Calamari.
No, it's Mon Calamari.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Weird.
I think the people that lives there are the monk.
Yeah, it's also called Dak.
What?
Yep.
You're named after a planet.
You're named
Ah.
after a planet
I
of
knew I'd
fishes and
accomplished
tentacles.
something in life.
You're named after a planet of fishes and tentacles.
I love that. I love that. I love fish people. We don't have to go to the fish people planet just because Lauren out of character loves fish people. Um,
All right. Yeah. Mon Calamari is the farthest one, actually.
So yeah, out of the four, I'm more partial towards the forest one because no one's going to really expect anyone to really be there, and it has a decent amount of possible resources. Or the mountain one because it could probably help Yorsh and his apprentices.
yeah.
If at the
That's-
very least, if we don't pick the mountain one, we should probably go there just for his sake.
That's what I was going to say. If we're going to also rekindle the idea of the Jedi, using that base could do a lot of leeway
I don't
to it.
I think
as
we
well.
need to make this a Jedi rebellion.
No,
No,
we
I'm
don't. But
rekindling
it,
the
it
Force
doesn't
Jedi.
hurt to have the Jedi's that we do have with us be as knowledgeable as possible about their powers and be able to control it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go and second that.
The
That-
forest planet is probably going to be the one that is most hospitable and that we could most easily get food resources at.
Hmm.
I think we should go to this Jedi temple no matter what, but as far as and perhaps eventually set up a secondary base there.
I was thinking it as well.
But
Okay, yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have to. You know, once you settle in one, the other planets just don't stop existing.
Yes, they do.
Well, we don't know that yet.
it's a BioWare game. We can't go back.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's.
They get blown up. Those are the ones that get blown up by the
Yeah.
I think
That's
like
smart.
until we get more resources, we really can't do anything with the underwater planet since we have ships that will not be able to go underwater and people that can't breathe underwater and blah blah blah. So maybe put that one on the back burner and come back to it as another base later on.
Okay.
I think the smart choice is the jungle one. Obscurity is what we want right now.
And maybe there's some sort of relic of the Republic there that has been currently overtaken by the vegetation, so that's gonna provide a cover for the buildings themselves.
Well, what was the people that were going to go there anyway? Was it the Republic or was it the Sith?
The forest planet?
Yeah.
It used to be the Republic. That was way
Okay.
before the Clone Wars. You know, when there was peace, the Republic was expanding at a very aggressive rate, which is what that's what partly sparked the whole Confederacy and the planets that wanted to secede from the Republic. Partly because their resources were used to colonize other planets instead of improve whatever situation these planets were found themselves into. So, like, why would you take a bunch of resources, a bunch of people, and then send them out into the outer rim to discover a planet that is probably inhospitable, when you could, you could inject those funds and those resources into planets that are already colonized but are struggling. The Republic didn't do that. It was too important for the Republic to expand.
All right, so the forest planet then? Agreed?
Forest planet.
Mm-hmm.
Which one
Alright.
comes first, the temple or the forest planet? Because we
From
can.
where we are?
Yes.
From where you are, so you are on Kashyyyk,
Yeah.
which is okay. Wait, that's one. Limit of the Outer Rim. Kashyyyk.
It's
These
near Toy
maps
Diarrhea.
are huge. Yeah, can you give me a quadrant, like southeast or?
So, yeah, it is P12? No, sorry, P9. If it's the big.
Yeah, P9. Yeah, Kashyyyk, the big one with the yellow circle.
Yeah.
All right, and that is this one, and the other one I'm looking for is over here. All right, let me check. Okay. It's oddly enough, distance-wise, the mountain one is closer. But because there are no routes to get there, no hyperspace route, it would take you an equally long time.
Hmm.
And you would be without any, like, there would be a stretch of space that you would have to travel in almost real space, and with no civilization around you, no way to refuel, no way to restock. That would be the Zeta. You would know that would be like your main challenge to get there, which is also great if someone's trying to besiege that planet, because then they also have to account for a lot of resources just
to get
coming
there.
in. Yeah, just to
Yeah.
get there, and they have to go at a slower pace.
And we could set
How
like a
are
event-
our resources right now on the ship?
That's a good question.
I think we bought some recently.
Yep, you guys, the ship is full of consumables, which means that you can hold on for
I think it was a month.
consumable 4 months.
Okay, never mind.
And feels
And-
fine too.
Yep, and because this is a very long trek, I'm also going to let you know if one of you can make a use computer check.
Wait, sorry, are we going to the mountain place or the forest place? And that's super. Or are they
Since the
both?
forest place is close, or the mountain place is closer, let's
The
just
mountain
go there
place
first.
is closer, but it would take just as long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to go to the forest place because we can get there faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swing back.
Right. As soon as we go to our actual spot that we decided to go to first, scout things out, plant our flag in.
Just put a tiny
Then go-
flag and leave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on bringing a big flag, but that's just me.
Just your face on it.
Do a scan of the planet,
Better
see if we
believe
can
it.
find any good places that we could hold a base, maybe carve it out of a mountain or something. I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see.
Subterranean could be good.
So because this planet has never been discovered before, it's marked, but there is no hyperspace beacon to get there. You have the coordinates for the planet, which makes it slightly easier for you.
Manual calculation?
Yep, someone would need to enter them manually into the ship's hyperdrive system and not fuck up.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can.
I can try.
Is this a used computer?
It's
Yeah.
a used computer, and it would be a DC 30.
Okay, well, my used computer is a +6.
You go right ahead. I can definitely help you though, or the cap can help you.
Yeah. I would
No, I
like-
can't. I don't have use computer.
Well, you don't need to have it to help, do you? Or unless.
You need to I will say that you would need to be proficient to be able to help.
I help you then.
In this case, you would need to be proficient because a single mistake could be fatal. So because you get help, you have advantage. And I'm sorry, it's not DC 30, it's DC 25 because your ship, Zeta, was already equipped with a nav computer.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to use jury rig another computer to make it work.
I will use a force point.
Can you? Okay.
That is a 27. You guys don't end up in an asteroid field or crash into something. Can you also, Lauren, roll a d6, please? All right, it will take you to get there 2 weeks. Is that it? Checking real quick.
That's fine.
And that fourth planet is also.
Oh no, 8 days. It'll take you 8 days to get there.
So that planet is also off the beaten path as well.
It is off the beaten path. There is one planet nearby, sort of in the same sector, if you will, that has a path to go there. A very old one though, called the planet is called Rat Attack.
This is like a Cartoon Network show.
Yeah.
Freaking Pokemon.
Super Tata.
Yes.
Yes, it's where the species the Ratataki are from. White skin, bunch of tattoos. They're very aggressive. Used to be very fond of the Sith Empire during the Old Republic. So that planet was pretty much, let's call it, pacified, and a lot of people don't interact with them anymore. So they've been left alone for the most part. It still is far away, but I mean, it's like, going off a main road and onto a dirt road, and you just keep going for hours and hours and hours and hours, and then you would go off-road completely and end up where where Bale sent you the coordinates.
Okay, so a very far away hunting cabin in up north.
Yeah, you guys are basically building a log cabin in the woods. This is what the game's going to be about. You guys are lumberjacks now. Live with it.
Man, I'm trying laser sword.
You approach.
Oh wow! I didn't think about that.
What?
Planks with a
Oh.
lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean, super easy. You guys approach this planet, which, Zeta, here's an interesting thing. There's no spaceport.
No, I mean, I kind of figured as much.
There's sort of nowhere to land.
I mean, we have a cannon.
Yeah.
Like a spot.
So that's going to be your first, I think the first challenge for you.
We're gonna have to make a spaceport. Oh god.
Well, first you're going to have to land with the ship. You
Yeah.
notice that this planet is very primal when you
Mm.
I
approach
mean, we could
it.
do some trees.
The what? Lauren, you
Just-
froze.
Hi, sorry. I was just saying we could just find a clearish place to land. Squish some trees.
We do have some proton torpedoes, right?
Well, we have cannons.
You could probably blast yourself
goodness.
enough room to land. That's a thing.
Well, can we scan the planet for life?
Yeah, I wanted to do that before we landed anyway.
Sure.
I would suggest we don't scan for life. I can tell you, there's gonna be plenty of life. We need to scan for anything that could be electronic, dense
Well,
metal.
I mean,
there's any remnants
Full
of
scan. A
something.
full planet scan.
yeah, if there's a local, if we're just gonna pick somewhere to shoot, I don't want it to be
Straight to the locals.
some local population, you know.
Mhm.
Well, it's uninhabited, right?
We don't know that.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to be completely uninhabited.
Supposed to. So let's do a scan for everything.
I
You're
kind
correct.
of feel like I know some GM fuckery that's gonna be happening, and I know it's gonna. Yeah.
What are you saying? GM fuckery. Is that my style? Am I really the type of
I mean,
GM to...
it's all GM style.
That's true. I can
Yeah.
attest to that.
I am your biggest fan. All four
And-
of you.
Let me inject drama.
Alrighty, so we have 8 days to get there.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
8 days to prepare. If
So-
there's anything that you
I'll
want to
probably
plan out.
put
Montage.
I'll put Fiona on planet scanning duty since she is the best with computers.
Tech person, I know.
Fiona's our tech support.
Also, if
Kinda
there
is.
was any, if there's any scenes you guys want to have between yourselves before we get there, now would be a good time. Otherwise, we'll skip over the 8 days.
Mhm.
Doesn't need to be a scene. Zeta goes and gives Fyra her ring though.
Your
Her
engagement. ring?
engagement ring.
Right.
I did want to talk to Wutra a bit, but I don't have anything that I want to talk about specifically. So I
We
just
can,
like,
You just want to be social.
yeah, like I don't know. I feel like, yeah, just get to know her a little more.
make a street persuasion check.
Okay.
Bam.
24.
Why did I ask for persuasion? Anyway.
On the off chance
So-
that, you know,
Juggling check.
All right, you will have gotten to know her a bit. Is there anything you want to know? I'll give you 4 questions you can ask me. That
Okay.
like those would be topics you guys would have chatted about.
I don't know. I want to know about like where if she grew up on Dathomir or if she was from somewhere else.
She
Um,
doesn't remember where she was born, but she remembers that it looked different than Dathomir. It was very wet where she was. She remembers they had a lake or perhaps a marsh near their home. But she was very, very young and she has almost no recollection of that time.
I want to ask her about how she feels about Yorshkta.
Yorshkita is a very good... Well, how she feels, you mean?
Yeah,
Romantically?
like I mean,
or-
how is she buying all of this stuff? Is she, like how does she really feel about him and the way he's doing things?
So,
Like personal feelings. Like obviously he's her friend and they have this bond, but like,
she sees him as her new mentor, actually. There is not much... She has a very hard time considering people friends, considering what happened to her before. But he is a very, in a way, compassionate teacher. And very patient. And honestly, if she had known that there were other sides to the Force than the Sith, other ways than what she was taught on Dathomir, she would have gone. If Yorsh had recruited her before the Night Sisters, she would have gone with Yorsh.
yeah, I guess I want to know like how she feels about kind of his
Rending people in half.
well, I mean that, but like also his neutrality and like versus like doing actual good kind of.
She says that she explains that the Sith have this focus on passion, and the strongest passion is hatred. The Sith live to destroy and to cause grief and hatred and to spread that out as far and wide as they can. His neutrality is like a calm in that storm she was raised in. She doesn't want to affect the Republic, or sorry, the galaxy, she will follow Yorsh because Yorsh is her mentor. But if she could find a quiet place to meditate and spend the rest of her life in like seclusion, far away from everything and everyone, that's what she would do. She thoroughly enjoyed her time at the temple that she spent with Yorsh. Because this is, to her, she feels that this is what the Force is about. So neutrality is like the best first step into...
So,
yeah.
if the Sith destroy and the Jedi build, you lot just take the world for the way it is and try not to change it?
No, it's... From what I understood of the stories, the Jedi were supposed to create and to harbor light and peace, and they failed in that duty. The Jedi went for the status quo, and they tried to maintain that status quo as much as they could, because to them, the status quo was peace, which we all know wasn't. It doesn't work like that, even on a personal level. I think that we, as the other Jedis, the more neutral ones, we watch the world and we help guide the Force through the galaxy and help guide the galaxy through the Force. It's not that we would stand by and watch events unfold, but we would also make sure that the ripples we create are as small as possible. And I know that right now this is not something that is going to happen. But after...
I have never seen the Force used for good. For good, I mean, we have all done bad things for good ends lately, but I have never seen it build or heal. I have seen it harm, rend, manipulate.
Because it's much harder to create, but you should have seen the garden that Fyra was tending in the temple. Most of what she grew was grown through the Force. We didn't have a lot of water, we didn't have a lot of good soil. It takes, apparently, a lot of effort and a lot of concentration and focus day after day to get to that point. Fyra's just a natural. But yeah, I get what you mean. Everything they taught us on Dathomir was to destroy and manipulate, because those things come so easily to every being in the galaxy.
Even the Jedi manipulate.
Oh, yeah, everyone does it.
Has Yorshka told you about his mentor?
Yorsh. Josh, what have
yeah.
you have? Okay.
We've all been like open and stuff.
All right, then good. She says yes. She's like an oracle.
She plays God from her prison cell. Now she plays God from wherever hidden place she is now. In the name of good.
Don't all rulers play God in a certain way?
I tried not to.
But I'm sure you still did. You passed laws. You forced people to act according to your beliefs.
I was not alone. No decision I made was in isolation or of my own volition.
You're never truly isolated once you're with the Force. You can feel every other living thing. They're all interconnected. The decisions that oh my god, what's her name again?
Mikiki.
Nikiki. Oof. I had Likuku, but I was like, no, those are the tentacles. The the decisions that Nikiki made, even from her prison cell, were guided by the will of the Force, and by this interconnection of every living creature in the universe. In a way, we should be the guardians of life. If you think of it from a biological standpoint, I'm not that good in biology, but it's kind of like being a surgeon, I guess. And sometimes you have to take out a tumor that is growing and would potentially threaten the whole organism. That, I guess, is what the Sith are. But normally everything we do and everything we say should be geared towards life.
That doesn't sound neutral to me, Butra.
If you grow a plant in your own garden, is it good or bad?
It's good.
But nobody
All life
knows.
is a gift.
Nobody knows that it exists except for you. Nobody will eat it except for you. Then again, if the plant that you've planted is attacked by a parasite or being eaten by insects or bugs or whatever, you would try to protect it. You would drive those parasites away. Is that good or evil, killing bugs?
You and I both know it's more complicated than that.
Through the Force?
On Naboo, we had these plants, or these other insects that would eat the smaller ones.
Mm-hmm. And you had to take care of it. You had to make sure they wouldn't threaten the whole ecosystem, right?
That doesn't sound neutral. In a war against someone who would seek to destroy everything, there is no neutrality.
Oh no, that's why I said we're gonna need to do
So why do
more
you
now.
why do you play at something you're not? Why don't you just say you're fighting for good?
I think that's what Yorsha's doing.
It's all a lie to him. A facade. A cloak he can take on and off easily.
Or it's something that's temporary. War makes us do a lot of things that we wouldn't normally. What are you striving for? I think that's the important part, the part that everyone's missing. I'm striving for neutrality. Once I can have that, I will retire and remain neutral. Watch the world from afar, watch the galaxy grow, and meddle as little as I can. My cousin did already too much damage.
I guess that's where you and I are different.
What would you do after the war?
Improve. Continue to fight for good. Evil won't go away just because one war is over. People will still be hungry. people will still seek to manipulate. The voiceless will still need a voice.
Then you will remain on the light side, on the side for good.
Always.
That is commendable. It does not mean that my neutrality will cause you any grief or that my beliefs have to go against your beliefs.
I suppose but what if the balance shifts too far to the light? Will you have to start committing acts of evil?
No, see, I think this is where the light might be a bit more reasonable, more logical than the dark. The Sith are all about passion, hatred, and strength, and despair, and all that. Whereas from what we've learned at the temple, the light side is more calculating, more reasonable, logical. They should not act according to their emotions.
That's not good, though. That's something different.
But their end goal is good. If they stray too far, normally we could tell them, and they would stop. Because they would see that they've gone too far. That's what led to the destruction of the Jedi in the first place. They went too far and they didn't notice. They weren't upholding the virtues of the light side. They were upholding a status quo that should have been changed years ago.
Perhaps then light and dark aren't good and evil.
No, I think of them more as like lawful and chaotic. But it's sort of like that. Order and chaos.
You've given me a lot to think about, Woodra. Thank you.
Oh, I hope I didn't say anything wrong. I'm not as
No.
knowledgeable as Master Yorsh. But thank you.
I don't know if you've seen me talk to Yorshkata. It never ends well. I thank you for
I don't
talking
know.
to me.
Sometimes at night during your talk, I can feel him through the Force. There's a hint of passion. And then she blushes a bit and she excuses herself and leaves.
Okay, let's move on. let's just
I think
Drop the drama.
I don't want to do the scene,
Uh-huh.
but I just want to have a thing flowing. And I think as like that ends, we see like Ultra, and she's kind of rushing because she's like late. But she
Mhm.
didn't want to start the argument, and like she heads towards the where everyone is in like the student living area.
Yeah, on the volleyball court.
Yeah. And everyone is like in a circle,
Mhm.
and like she comes in, and that's when we have our like weekly like rundown and like meditation, where we like reflect on like what happened, the bad time and stuff. What was his name? The boy who's on the ship. I can't remember his name now.
Danny.
Danny?
Danny. It's been too long. Danny, if he wants to be there, can be there as well, and that happens like throughout the time that we're going, like each week.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like a punching bag at this point?
No, we're just talking.
Crush.
Okay.
We're just talking, and he's talking about like his trauma that he had in the
As a stormtrooper.
as a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
You can meditate without like being a force user.
Yeah, like you don't need to be to be a force user to meditate, but of course when you're a force user and you meditate, you sort of like get into communion with everybody else more easily. You can see them, and like the apprentices are you know all sitting in a circle with their legs crossed, And they're just breathing with their eyes closed, and there's a sort of serenity there. And from time to time, Danny, who's basically mimicking them, but you can see him from time to time just like open an eye up and look around. Just
I think it's more beneficial as well because people can, when people are talking about really sad or like trauma things, everyone else can empathize because they can feel that emotion and feel what they're feeling. So it helps even more with the bonding. And I do, if we wanted to, albeit we don't have to, offer Dak to join me because he needs to meditate and learn about it as well.
Listen, I got the one thing down to a science now. I can hide my force mojo. I think it's good.
Actually, I do want to do a scene now. Start.
Sure.
And I do want to say, like I mean, it can be a short one, but I do want to come to you wherever you are. Just before we saw that bit, the conversation's happening like with Fiona, and I say to you, we're about to do our weekly meditation and roundup of everything that we've experienced. And I kind of look around, make sure no one's like listening. Do you want to talk about what happened with the painting and your people?
I mean, I suppose it would be a good thing for everybody to know what the painting does. Well,
I mean, it's your feelings towards it, watching the people you knew die.
yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people die. I suppose this one instance seems to have been ingrained in my being by itself. I guess one session of powwow is not going to hurt.
Don't judge me too harshly.
I'm not judging you.
You may do. And I like put my hand over like your shoulder and like tap it and like kind of walk towards the area.
All right.
Okay.
The apprentices are already sharing among themselves and talking. And from time to time, Danny, who unfortunately cannot extend his senses through the force to try to feel everyone, just holds up a hand and taps like another apprentice's shoulder very awkwardly, going like, "Yeah, they're there. It's okay."
Oh, this is delightful.
Everyone's in like reverent silence, and he's just, "It's okay."
Listen, there can only be one wholesome person on board. Danny's skirting this now.
Oh yeah, and Danny is also, staring at Shale. Was it Shale or Wutra?
I believe it was Wutra.
It's been too long. Wutra. We'll go with
I
Wutra.
believe so too. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
I know. It's just like he only said it in passing, and I don't remember if it's 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago. But anyway, let's retcon everything to say it's Wutra, because now that she's spoken to a character for more other than yours, she's become more important.
That's true. That's true.
Her name's in the credits now.
It's upgraded.
Wait, there's credits?
Sort of.
But yeah, Yoshito will sit down and talk about, and this will be the first time like he's kind of mentioned it. This is when like Wutra's coming. The others have heard this before, maybe not. Danny, and he kind of sits down. And you can kind of feel the emotion kind of coming off of him. It's like very sad and lonely, and it was like this empty feeling. And he talks about when he was 5 and how slavers, bounty hunters came to his home planet, and how his entire low tech like farming village was completely decimated and murdered, and only a few were taken into slavery, and how that every night when he sleeps, terrors, that's what he relives. And that it was so graphic. The only true memory he really has is of deep screaming and seeing everyone he loves dies, and he can't remember if the screaming came from him or watching his mother die screaming.
There.
I put my hand on his hand. Thank you, Danny.
Everyone can, and even Dak, you can feel it. You've never felt that before, but you know, and you feel it emanating from yours. There is like a deep sorrow and like a layer of anger underneath it all. It's not something you've ever felt from people, but it's like you're feeling the emotion right now, but you also know that this emotion is alien to you. It doesn't come from you.
That's very new.
Yours, you sense confusion coming from Dak. Which is not
100%.
new.
Hey! Point taken. Not new.
I then kind of do it on like an upswing, and I just kind of say that when we had first met, I was carrying that anger silently. When I had met everyone, it was alleviated because everyone I had known died, and I was put into slavery, but I'll continue that next time we meet. But being with the temple and being with everyone else who've had similar, and I look at you, Dak, traumatic experiences in our lives, knowing that what we feel is true and valid and we shouldn't hold it in, that just like with the Force is expressive and sharing it with others is powerful.
And that's the point where you want me to talk about what happened?
I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. You can just sit here and listen if you wish, and come back next time, if you like.
No, I think it would be best for me to talk about this right now. At least in a way to get it out there. Yes, Jedi Anonymous. That's perfect.
Yeah, sorry, I just saw it in the chat.
Ah,
Hi, my name is Dak. Hi,
Hi,
Dak.
You don't have to talk the first meeting. You can just listen and wait till.
No, I'll come to Jedi Anonymous, although we all know each other.
Can I have Zeta kind of like watching, but not like within noticeable view of this while
you
this
could
is
be,
happening?
Yeah, you could be leaning on the door frame that leads into the cargo bay. You're like
That'll work.
You're like a floor higher up on the mezzanine, and you're looking at them, overlooking the scene. You can hear them because of the echo from the cargo bay, but thank you for Jedi Anonymous. But yeah, and it's, I mean, you know yours, you know he probably knows you're there, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to bother them because you're respectful.
Man, I think like Zeta's not doing it as a I want to know what they're talking about because I am an information person and blah blah blah. She's like generally concerned and she wants to make sure that the people on her ship are happy, and if there's something that they need to do, that she wants to help them do the thing that they need to do.
All right. So does Dax say anything, or?
Yes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the apprentices do not know how I came aboard the ship.
Unless
So
you've spoken to them about it in the past, probably not.
No. So I'm not sure if I want to catch them up to that, because I feel like it would reveal a little bit too much as to really where I come from. But at least I'm going to share this. Before coming aboard this ship, I don't want to say abandoned, but in a way, that's what happened. I abandoned the whole crew I was with before. It was partly to save my own self, but at the same time, when it was time for me to leave, no one else was left. I was by myself against a greater foe, and one thing for sure is that was more scared than anything. I didn't do what I had to do out of bravery and anything else. I just wanted to be out of this deadly situation, and I still feel terrible about leaving all my friends, people who I've come to know for years, dead and just floating in space. I mean, I do feel a bit guilty for leaving them, but in the end, there really wasn't much for me to do. It was either that or suffering the same fate that they did. And maybe this haunts me a bit, but I think I've learned to put it aside and just keep on powering through.
Zrask asks you, is this something that... Did you try to save them?
I believe as a collective, we try to all save ourselves as a group. But in the end, the situation was too dire, and I was the last one standing, and I made the choice to basically leave and not die like them.
Does Dak feel shame for that action?
Yes. Not, but it depends what you mean by that. Like for not dying with them or for leaving them.
No, I'm not talking about survivor's guilt. I'm talking about, yeah, for not having done more than what you did.
Yes.
Okay.
Shame.
There. Sir.
Thanks, Danny. That actually warms my heart.
Thanks, Dad. I mean, Dak.
What?
Sir. And on that note, the ship comes out of hyperspace.
Like right now?
Well, no. We're
Okay.
jump cutting to planet.
Because I would have been like, all right, another Star Destroyer, great.
No. You guys are so far away from the Empire right now. Technically, you're still under Imperial territory within the Empire, but it's... Nobody's coming this way. And so you find yourselves overlooking a big green ball that's floating in space.
All right, in that case, I shall go toward the cockpit, which more likely everybody else is there, and will assist. I will assist. Yes.
No, sorry. I was gonna say I figure everyone's on the bridge.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can assist Fiona with punching numbers to scan the planet, I'll definitely do that.
So, earlier you talked about wanting to scan for life forms, wanting to scan for technology. You could probably scan for electric signals, or maybe for radio communications.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
From the world to the outside world. The thing is so let's say there was a crashed ship, right? It would be very, very hard to detect it using the scans unless there were some electronics on board that were still on. A hunk of steel is a hunk of steel. It doesn't register on anything.
Good point.
So if there's an abandoned colony or whatever on it, if it's completely abandoned and nothing's running anymore, you won't... Like, the only way to see it would be to fly so low over the canopy that at some point you see something. But this could take months of scanning with your eyes. But it is feasible. The two of them can be feasible. Both of them, the way we'll do it is I'll let you guys roll. The higher you roll, the more information, like the better your scan is. Instead of setting a set DC, It's just going to give you more information. The scan will be deeper and will probably yield better results.
Okay, works for me.
It is a use computer check. The ship itself can also run it using its own use computer if you just want to let the ship do its own stuff, which would be with a +5.
I'm better than the ship.
It's a weird thing to say, but it's true. It is entirely true.
Weird flex.
Weird flex,
I'm
but okay.
smarter than the ship's computer.
Yes, but can you calculate a million fraction in a second?
I'm not as fast as the ship's computer, but I am smart.
But are you physically stronger than the ship?
No.
This is... Oh, yeah, no, that's impossible. Most of you are actually probably more intelligent than the ship's artificial intelligence. The ship has a 12 in intelligence.
I'm stronger than a ship. I moved it.
I rolled a nat 20. I know everything about this planet.
This is... Is this your scan for life forms or for, let's call it technology?
Let's do life forms because that's what Fiona's more interested in.
All right. And
It's a long one.
can you also roll the other one for technology?
Okay.
And then I'll give you like the full thing before we go on break. So you
Big
guys
money.
can decide where you want to land. Yeah, sure. You know everything. So, life forms. A shit ton of life forms of various sizes. You know that the ship's scanners like won't detect anything that's like bug sized
Yeah.
or even rodent sized. Like it needs to be at least probably the size of a cat or a dog to register, and they need to be in great enough number.
What about an RUS? A
what?
rodent of unusual size.
Oh, that might register, depends on the size. So you detect some pretty impressive wildlife. None of them have names. Because it's an undiscovered world.
Annie, get my flag.
Yes, sir. There are some though that you do recognize as probably being like some sort of offshoot of a species that evolved parallel to another. So maybe either thousands of years ago, some known creatures were sent there or came from there maybe and then evolved differently. You find one, and I'll go with descriptions that you might that you as players would recognize. So picture a displacer beast without
Okay.
the tentacles. It's a bit more furry and it is striped with yellow. It's like yellow and dark purple or deep blue. That's one. It's, from what the ship can tell, it's carnivores and nocturnal. There are these
Fantastic.
giant flying dragonflies. Giant dragonflies. They're a color, they're like brownish in color, brownish yellow. There are pterodactyls. Let's call them dire bears, I guess. And a greater proportion of herbivores than carnivores on that planet. So there's a lot more prey than predators.
That's
which-
unusual, no?
No.
Not that much on
normal.
a planet that size. It just means that the predators are probably also attacking or eating one another and preventing like an overabundance of one of them because there's plenty enough resources for everyone. Except that if the predators were to go out of their way to just hunt for pleasure, for example, it would probably lead to like the extinction of some of these species. Other than that, you register what else? hidden. The scans don't reveal underground creatures, but you do see the scans do point out a lot of burrows. And they would be the size of the entrance is about 6 foot wide. So whatever
I'm sorry?
creature lives in there, yeah. So whatever creature lives in there is freaking huge.
Freaking bullet.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And your scan also picked up on what are probably, and this is tied to also the technological scan, descendants of original colonists, maybe settlers. Small cannibal humanoids.
How can we tell they're cannibal from a life scan?
It is also done using, like, it scans the facial, like the everything physically, and apparently there's an algorithm to decide like what they, and apparently
Okay.
this people eats one another.
Cannibal program.
Okay.
It looks like they, because the ship is like, well, it doesn't show what they eat really, and it doesn't seem like they're hunting or whatever, so we'll go with cannibals. I have a 12 in intelligence.
Okay.
So,
But there is humanoid intelligent life.
yep. That is probably, according to the ship scan anyway, probably very hostile to intruders.
Okay.
And then
I mean,
technology-wise,
Their place.
Ooh.
you find one piece of technology on the whole planet.
Okay.
A crashed, oh boy, I don't remember the name, so let's just skip over the name. It's an old Republic colony ship. We're talking about something that existed 1,000 years ago, if not more.
Ooh.
How big are we talking here? So it's a
And
ship.
enough to comfortably sit 50 people or so.
It
Plus,
could be a decent place for us to
plus
land.
material, plus everything. The reason why you picked up on it with your scan, is there's only one thing that is still running. It is very feeble. It's an intergalactic transmission. It's been so long that there's not enough power to keep it running. So it might just be, and I mean, you're super good in use computers, so I won't ask you to roll for that. Probably the person that programmed that message decided to make sure that the message would be repeated as much as possible, as many times as possible, instead of sending out the message as far out as possible. So they're conserving energy, and right now this message is barely breaching the atmosphere of the planet.
Let's go closer.
It's Leia. It's like, help me, Obi-Wan.
What is this 1,000-year-old message?
It is a warning and a call for help.
Good.
It is
can't
a verbal diary, journal, recording, day 278. I am now the last one of the crew. Mitch has disappeared last night, and I think it's these little bastards. They've been getting bolder and bolder. After the crash, we knew that we wouldn't have enough to survive. Thank you for the follow. We knew that they would come for us at some point. We had easy food. Easy everything. To them, I don't know if they were there before us. And if so, if they were native to this world or brought by the Sith Empire or something. Thank you. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. If anybody picks this message, this is... sorry, I'm getting my notes out. This is Captain Akana Ligarna of the colony ship, the Republic's Hope. Signing out. And then it repeats. Day 278. I am the last, blah, blah, blah.
Sounds promising.
Sounds dangerous.
How many life formed? How many of those Yunwood life forms did the computer detect, or in this case, Fiona detected?
Not a whole lot. There's more animals than anything.
Tens, hundreds.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you've scanned a whole planet. Probably a few thousand
Okay.
on a whole planet. I mean, this is, you know,
Yeah.
we're talking about very, very little, and there are no signs of them close to the ship anymore.
Okay.
So
Like-
they probably are nomadic.
Okay.
That would sort of make sense. They might have been attracted by the crash and then left after they scavenged anything.
Cool.
Because I foresee that we're going to have to be going against the local populace if we establish a base here. It's not going to take no time. They're going to just zero in on us. And more than likely we'll be forced to commit genocide.
That's
You don't know.
You just went.
Do
Not
that.
a genocide. I mean,
That
it's
was
a
a
big,
leap.
strong word. We will have to repel their attack time and time again.
They
We
attacked us a
have
few times.
multiple
and we had to drop it in.
Jedi apprentices. I think we'll be fine.
I think we'll have to. It'll be a problem we have to deal with,
But not now.
It's-
but I don't think genocide is necessarily the answer.
I suppose not. You're
When-
right. Like I said, it was a strong word. It was a wrong choice of word.
Dak goes on vacation with a flamethrower, and if he sees like one mosquito, he's like, well, looks like I have to kill them all 50 kilometers in a 50-kilometer area around me.
Well, we don't know if they're carrying diseases. I will be
That's-
safe.
Got those hardcore colonials.
We do have blankets. We have mirrors and jewelry. We're set.
So,
We just set up some fences, we'll be fine.
for those of you that were at PAX, I think there was a panel that was like, how to avoid colonialism in your game. This year, should have been shown.
Don't do that.
Hey,
Yeah, in the like. But it's
just
okay.
me too. It sucks.
It's your face.
Anyway,
My face is right next to colonialism. Nice.
so it has to be you holding like the flag of the rebellion on
Yes.
the mound of these people. So, you have found with your incredible use computer check where that signal came from. Of course, the size of that ship and the area they crashed in is big enough for you to land.
Ooh.
It's been, like you said, Dak, overtaken by vegetation.
Yes.
That's as good a spot as any.
Cool.
This is where we die.
I will not ask you to make a roll
Oh,
because there's plenty enough room. You land the homestead in that clearing. And we are going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Yes, cell phone.
it's a break. It's a break alarm.
It's a break alarm. Yeah. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, folks. And we're back. So, hey, thank you for the sub. Matthias, I think it didn't show up on screen because we were on the Be Right Back. But thank you very much. Here's my weird misshapen heart thing. So the crew of the homestead have landed on this remote, undiscovered, unsettled, well, previously thought undiscovered planet. But you've landed right next to the site of a crashed ship.
Can I, like, before we, like, start moving out of the ship, can I, like, send, like, an update to, like, Bale and Irula to let them know, like, where we're going and what we're doing?
Hello, Bale. We might be eaten alive. Just to let you know. Okay, thanks, bye.
Cannibals, lots of people, found a Crash Republic ship. Tell Irula I miss him. Shit, shouldn't have wrote that down. Okay, bye.
And Irula's response is just scene, 3:33 p.m. Because I feel like this would be his reaction.
And she's just like, why did I write that? You just see her just like flustered as she like walks out of like the pilot ship. She's like, I gave them an update. We're good. We can go off the ship now.
Danny
Everybody's
comes
flustered on this trip.
Huh?
Everybody's flustered on this trip.
Yep.
Diana's back on her avoiding Yorshka bullshit.
So Danny comes up with his rifle, and he's like, "I'm ready to go out." I mean,
you
it's
gotta
not,
make a difference.
well, it's not like they're gonna search for me here, right? I really need to see trees and something else than steel walls, guys.
Oh,
I mean-
absolutely.
I'm honestly okay with this.
Yeah.
He looks to Yorsh and asks, "Can Ucha come?"
But, why?
And then Zeta's just like elbows Dag and she goes,
Ah! What?
Dag,
What? Okay.
stop it.
I say to him, she's training because I actually want to take.
I love it. No, because I decide their fate.
My NPC.
I made them.
They're my toys.
He has to, have a moment with each Jedi on the roster.
Well, he needs to get their relationship super high to unlock the secret ending where they all at once. Anyway,
It's Dragon Age. It's Dragon Age right
yeah,
now.
we're
Yeah.
dragon aging this shit.
You've
I'm
already unlocked group showers, so I don't know how.
That's the DLC.
Oh, that game has DLCs.
Why is my game just turning out to be like some sort of visual novel?
Because you have all of us. That's why.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm gonna have to
I'm
ask the
gonna take
game devs to
Alistair.
make a Star Wars themed daddy thing. So who are you,
Alistair.
Alistair? Of course. Wow, Alistair and Danny.
Oh, I ship it.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
have you ever seen two overexcited puppies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Alistair and Danny.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna get the leash that is retractable.
Each one
the
needs
Dragon
to-
Age thing.
Come back.
The ship, the cargo bay door, the hangar bay opens up.
Alright, well, let's secure the
and you
area
hear-
first and see
Yeah,
what's
you
up.
hear the sounds of the DM searching his soundboard for the thing he was looking for and not finding it.
This is very immersive.
This is super immersive. I think it's this one.
This is I remember the jungle.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
This is like jungle noises.
There's drums. They must be close by.
I hope it's not too loud for people. At worst, chat, just let me know if you hear the drums too loud. It is called
Yes.
Exotic Exploration.
Oh god.
So,
Zeta goes over to Yorsh and says, "So I'm gonna ask you something because Danny's going with us, and usually I put him in charge.
why are you using quote, Captain?
Nothing.
Because you're important, Danny.
It's secret
Out
sign
of
language.
yeah, out of your apprentices, who do you think would be best fit for on ship guard duty and out of ship guard duty?
Fyra knows her layabout. I put her in charge of the group. Ultra and Bizovic, they're good ones to keep outside.
All right.
Lask and Shell can stay with Fyra, as she oversees everything.
She's like just walks over to them and tells them like this is who's in charge of what. Make sure that if we don't contact you in a couple hours, try to contact me via holocommunicator, etc., etc. Do not go and explore the ship. That is our business. If we need you to, we'll let you know.
Fyra rolls her eyes and she's like, "Yes, Mom."
Oh God. She's like, you know what? I'll take that as a compliment, and then she walks away.
The
I'm gonna look at
apprentices-
Fyra and think, doesn't I have to call her mom too?
She replies, "I don't know what you do in your bunk, and I don't care."
Not like that. I'm gonna walk away.
So you spread out in this clearing. Ahead of you, you can see moss and grass has grown up on. Why is there a trumpet playing? Alright, I'm just gonna put the sound down a bit. This is a bit too much for me.
Friendly we're exploring. Freaking orchestra with us.
Yeah.
This is like, yeah, stealthing into the flowers.
So you
Stealthy with a full-on wind band.
yeah. You see, yeah, like I said, moss and grass has grown on the side of these like huge pieces of steel. Probably broken sections of the ship. Even trees have started growing out or around some of said pieces. There's one to your left, about maybe 50 yards away, that grew like this, and in the middle of which is a ship's reactor. The trees here are as big as sequoias. I don't remember the other name for it. Red something. Redwood, I think.
Redwood.
Anyway, they are gigantic. There are also smaller trees. A lot of coniferous trees. A lot of.
Is this a forest?
It is a forest.
I mean, a jungle, like a jungle or a forest?
It is no. It's where you landed is way more temperate. You are not too close to the planet's equator. I'd say you're closer to the equator than you would be its North Pole, for example. This is where the other ship crash landed. You could have gone anywhere, but you decided to land there, so that's where you are.
So, are we like in Florida?
No, you would be a bit higher than Florida. What's the state right above Florida?
Georgia.
Yeah, so like north of Georgia.
South Carolina.
Yeah, around there. Like, there are no palm trees, but there probably could be. But it's
Okay,
an alien planet, so we don't care.
Oh, okay.
I am not
Alright.
a geologist or a geograph person or, you know,
Yes.
Freeman.
I is intelligent. I studied in school.
I think as we're walking through, you're still just like touching some of the trees. 'Cause he hasn't been in like a forest in like a long time. Same thing he did like back when we was at the other place.
All right.
I'm gonna take Danny and we're gonna go around. See if we can just.
Yeah, sure. Danny is just
Checking that.
looking at everything and like tapping every leaf, every root with his rifle. He's like, we never know when one of these things are gonna jump us, because it might just be some sort of natural camouflage.
Oh,
And he's walking
Okay.
super slowly. Whereas Alistair is just not paying attention to anything. He's following you guys, whistling.
oh
He's
my
like,
God.
feels good to
we're
be
gonna
off the
die.
ship. Feels good to look at the sky and smell nature. Ugh. This part of nature doesn't smell so good. Do you go towards the crashed ship, or do you guys just want to explore the surroundings?
Well, I want to make sure we have a secure perimeter first, so I'm going to go around our ship. Like, just do a quick roundabout around the ship, make sure there's nothing.
All right, can you make a perception check, please?
Absolutely. Let's see what that's going to give us. Damn. Crit.
You, I'll say, out of the clearing, but not that far into the forest. You're still within sight of the ship, but this is probably the farthest you're gonna go to inspect. You did find a boot, a very old boot. It stayed mostly intact because it's like encased in mud, and there's a bone coming out of it, a human femur, tibia,
Charming.
whatever. Someone lost a leg a long while back.
Is it standing up?
Nope, it's flat down.
Okay. Just making sure.
And you notice that the bone itself has like teeth marks on it.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to point that out to both Danny and Alistair. Alistair?
Yeah, Alistair.
This is something we're going to be need to be careful for. So from what we can see, whoever attacked this or chewed through this can go all the way to the bone.
Yeah, and Alistair replies, yeah, and the bone's the best part. That's what my grandma always said.
Sure.
You can make soup with it. It's
Yes.
just a shame they apparently don't know how to make soup. It's a very primitive culture.
It's when I think it's an animal who did this.
Yeah, that too. And he
Okay.
looks around and he's like, I don't see anything.
Well, alright, let's just keep on going. Let's go back to the ship at this point. We looked around, there's nothing right now, but
No, but it took you a good half hour, so I would like to know what are the others doing.
Should probably check the perimeter of the crash ship just in case.
I'm like reaching out with the force and see if I can sense anything.
You sense a lot of beasts, animals around. There's nothing that has the same sentience as or sapience as, you know, any civilized species in the galaxy. To do a parallel, like, you could sense gorillas. Like, that's the highest level of intelligence there is. Within a few miles around you, yeah.
Okay, I say this.
Alright. Emily, I'm gonna ask you for an investigation check.
Okay.
We'll go to Lauren.
Oh God, I don't know. Fiona's like excited to be around trees again. She hasn't seen trees in a long time.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't. She's just kind of like, I guess she'll go with Zeta because she doesn't really.
Want to stay
No,
alone with
yeah.
yours? Yeah, sure.
No,
Uh,
I think this is the first time I've ever actually seen a tree. I mean, I've seen them as holograms.
Well, there were trees in Naboo when
Yeah,
we crash
that's true.
landed.
That's true. I never seen trees like these, I guess.
No, probably not. They're not. The trees here are native to this world.
Hmm.
So you approach the crashed ship, and you start investigating. You find the computer that was sending out the signal. It is an old computer. It's the size of a desk, almost, because Star Wars. And there's one faintly blinking blue light on it.
Wonder if there's any way that we'd be able to pull the rest of his logs off of this.
You would need it. It is possible, and I'd say I want to say you would need both a mechanics and a use computer check.
Well,
do
it's a
it
good
properly.
thing that the both of us have at least one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Both rolls need to succeed, and it's a DC 20 for each.
Okay. Can I help with the mechanics check?
Sure, why not?
All right. You get
Ugh.
advantage and a D4.
Yeah, let me roll it again then.
And you also get an extra D4 because of the help.
I added the +4, so I'll.
No, it's not +4. It's
Plus 1 D4.
Oh, okay then. This is a 13, not a 17.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There you go.
Well,
It
it's a
would've
17,
Yeah, it's a 17.
but that would still be a failure.
Oh,
He's
give
a
me a
force
second. Give me a second.
All right.
How much is a force point again? I haven't actually used one in a while.
It's a D6.
I did it.
All right, that's for you.
All right.
And then-
I will. I'm inspiring myself.
Yep. So
Come on,
you've
Konami, you can do this.
you've been able to open up the computer and start taking the components out, those that are, and they're very fragile, and you've moved them into your ship. And now the used computer is going to be used to transfer that data without corrupting it.
Okay. If Zeta can't help me, can Doris help me?
Doris was built.
She's a security droid.
Yeah, but she was built too recently to understand the
Oh, okay.
what's on there. It's like this. She speaks a language, a programming language like binary. That
Mhm.
I know it's weird because it's called binary, but that is too recent.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's
Well, if
Yeah.
can Zeta help me?
yeah, she could if she's proficient in use computer, sure.
I'm not.
Well, I wasn't proficient in mechanics though.
Okay, fine. I allowed it once. I've allowed it once. I'll allow it again.
I don't have the. I don't have anything with that.
No, it's okay. Just roll with advantage.
I do it.
But remember, I have allowed this.
You just see Zeta just go.
And there's an ancient virus on the computer, and everything shuts down.
No, actually, you have access to the whole logs. All of the logs, except the few ones that were corrupted. But they probably from the roll. You know that you've successfully transferred everything, so what was corrupted was probably corrupted before. Probably due to the computer not having enough power in the first place. But there's a lot of them. You learned quite a few things. So this ship left from Corellia. And dropped off settlers on a route to the sector around Ratataki. It happened after the old Civil War, and some of these planets had been used as battlefields, and the Republic realized that these planets were, rich in resources, so they sent out a bunch of settlers to, take advantage of that and turn whatever barracks or forts or what have you, bases they had built there into actual settlements. And the remaining settlers were to land on this planet, and they crashed instead. Partly because the pilot was sick and missed the landing and died in the process, unfortunately. There were quite a few injuries, quite a few deaths. They lost a third of all the settlers upon arrival. Then they started to build a camp out of the wreck of that ship. And they asked for a few volunteers to go hunting, gathering materials, and try to find if there's anything that could be eaten. They had only one scientist left aboard. And that scientist was a biologist, so that was probably useful for them, because they've identified that some of these creatures can be eaten, can be consumed. Their flesh can be consumed by humans and other species at the time, and would not be toxic or lethal for anyone. Then a few of the logs go into, the things they've eaten, the things they've drank, what was potentially dangerous, like that there was a bout of diarrhea for a while and blah blah blah. But it's like the normal like settler stuff. And then after maybe a month, there's the first disappearance. And then a couple weeks later, they find traces of like small humanoid feet, 3-toed feet, around their camp. The first person that went to look died in a pit trap, impaled on wooden spikes. These creatures know how to make rudimentary traps, so they dubbed them the Trappers. And the Trappers have taken colonists, one after the other. Eventually, they moved their camp elsewhere, thinking that maybe they were too close to their territory. And then again, they were safe for a while. But then again, they were probably followed by the Trappers, and the Trappers took some of them. In the end, the captain, Mitch, and another one, the ship's engineer, which also became sort of their main hunter. Shoot, what's the name of that? The lizard man. I'm missing the name of that species again. Trandoshan.
Horse, yeah.
Yeah, the Trandoshan. It's a Trandoshan hunter who went by the name of Grom. And so Grom, Captain Ligarna, Akana Ligarna, and Mitch left the other outpost they had. And by the way, you have the coordinates for that other outpost. And they came back to the ship, and they tried to see if they could salvage anything to create like some sort of shuttle to go far, far away. And make sure that, they wouldn't be attacked anymore. And then, well, it goes into what you guys have seen. Or heard, I should say.
Now we gotta start watching out for traps.
Yep. So you
I
do
have a
know that
bad
there's
feeling.
another outpost that was abandoned. And you know where it is.
Maybe we can use that outpost as the beginnings of our base.
Yeah, might as well take a look.
We should probably go warn Dak and everybody about the traps. I have a feeling Danny's gonna fall into one, and I don't want to have to deal with that later.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of medical supplies.
Yeah.
Speaking
you-
of, you hear Dak yell out, Captain!
Yes.
Yes.
Dak, you were walking back to the ship along with Danny. And he is now hanging upside down behind you. His leg caught in a snare. His right... Oh, by the way, you hear, Captain? And then the firing of a blaster. As his blaster falls on the ground and fires a mere inches away from your face, Dak.
When you get down from there, I will punch you. Put the safety on your blaster. Come on.
He's like, I was looking for trouble.
Zeta just looks at him and goes, no, and she's pulled out her blaster and shoots the rope.
Dak? Not Dak, Yorsh.
Mhm.
You sense movement in the jungle.
Wow. How many?
4. 4 sets of 4 feet.
We've got company, everyone, and
And they are very stealthy.
I'll face to the direction and do a flip of the wrist and ignite my lightsaber.
We don't necessarily have to fight.
When you light your lightsaber, Dak, all around you, these furry faces come up from the foliage.
Please.
Feline faces, dark blue, with very sharp fang. They look like displacer beasts.
No, it's not. It's not them.
No, it's not.
But they see the light of the lightsaber, which is akin to fire, if you will. It makes a lot of noise, makes a lot of light, and they bolt.
As in, they run away.
They run away. They're probably not used to... Well, it's like a cat, you know? You can surprise them easily with just about anything.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
So,
Was I like faced them and did it?
yeah, they've never seen that before, and it's... Ugh. You do know...
Yep.
Actually, Danny says, by the way, I can still see them.
Are they still running away?
Nope. They went about 100 feet out. They just turned
From
around.
these displacer, like from my scan,
Mhm.
these displacer beasts, do they have like opposable thumbs? Like, do they look like they're the ones that could have made the traps, or are they just scavengers?
Your roll was high enough.
I rolled a nat 20,
Yeah.
so it's better.
They have a sort of opposable thumb.
Okay.
It's not fully opposable. They have they have 3 big claws and a 4th one that's like in the back, which they could. So I'll put my hand like this. They could probably do this, and that would be the length. Maybe with a longer claw, they could close their hand or their front little paws a bit more, but it is not full hands.
Do I think that they are responsible for making the traps?
No. They can
No.
dig. They can certainly dig. They can probably put stakes down because they could sharpen them with their teeth and just drop them down or whatnot.
Yeah.
But they could never tie a rope. They do not have the fine motor skills or even the physicality to do that. It's just... Unless
Okay.
they're... I don't know, they might use the Force and be telekinetic beasts.
Oh, that'd be just our luck.
Wouldn't you like
Well,
that? Actual displacer beast in Star Wars?
Kind of.
Dad, can you like stand below Danny and I'll shoot him down?
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
keeping
don't shoot things, Fiona.
I'm shooting the rope. To
I
get
have
the...
a knife.
He's way up there.
Okay, if you look down, the cable go where does the rope
Yeah.
go?
The rope goes to a spear held by what seems to be a bear.
Oh God.
And out of the ground, all around you, coming out of these sort of burrows, or like the Vietnamese have used during the Vietnam War,
Oh God.
a bunch of these tiny bears with spears and clubs and knives
I caught it.
pop up around you. And they go like...
Wait, please stop. Fiona's gonna like, before anybody does anything terrible, because this is what
Slice
Fiona
them.
would.
No.
This is what Fiona would do anyway.
You put your hands up?
Yeah, just kind of like, you know.
Do I hit you on a 12?
Holy crap!
Do they hit me?
Yeah. Doesn't mean that nice. Darkest timeline.
Yes, you do.
Alright, so as you put your hand up, one of them just throws a spear at your hand. And
What a
Wait,
dick.
Wait, hold on. Can my...
Don't make me kill Ewoks,
Wait,
Simon. Don't. I
I-
can't do it. I
Before-
quit. I
Mom,
got-
Mom, my God. Tired.
Mom?
I know I called Simon Mom for some reason. Fucking Danny. Dak.
what? Who?
Before it
It
attacks,
hits. Yeah.
it hits, I'm gonna use my reaction to use catch projectile, just like I did with the grenade.
Alright, roll a use the force check.
I just have to beat the thing.
Yeah, you
Why
have to
is
beat a
my
12.
spidey sense never going off anymore?
Gosh, because the DM doesn't remember.
I have spidey sense.
I
Well,
think
you
I'll put
spidey
it.
sent the crap out of that one.
I'll
that's
put
for
it on
sure.
the overlay. I am
Yes,
sorry.
please.
So we'll recon. I'll change things a bit then because you would have been less surprised.
21. I catch you.
You
Yeah.
catch the first spear.
Just as before, like it hits you, Fiona.
As soon as you do that, there's another spear that goes in your direction, Yorsh.
Mhm.
You also catch it. The little
Anybody-
bears look at you. They start to growl and grumble.
And they're just floating in the air
Yeah,
because I catch it with the force.
and then one of them goes up to you, and he grabs one of your leku and he pulls on it. Do you bend over? Like, do you bend down as they pull? They try to probably, like, get you closer, get your face closer to theirs. They're about child size.
I think I like strain and lift it up.
The tiny bear is hanging by your leku, and it just puts a paw on your face. And it taps on your face, and then sort of digs its claws in your forehead, and then check your eyes, and like pinch your. And he falls down, and he turns to the others. He's like, and the others start muttering among themselves. And they look to, like, they start walking closer to everyone. And then, so instead of a circle, they start forming like an ellipse.
Okay.
And they seem to try to funnel you into a direction.
Fiona will like still keep her hands up and like try and get down on their level and like speak. She knows that they probably can't understand what she's saying, but is going to try and speak like in a very calming like tone and be
I
like,
slice them. No, I don't know.
I will quit. I will quit this entire fucking game.
Let's be nice to the bears. Got bears.
We don't mean any harm. I don't want to hurt you.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Can I hold on? But before you roll,
Yeah.
I'm also proficient in persuasion of high, and I'm going to like drop the spears, and I'm going to just like undo my lightsaber, but still have it in my hand.
Mhm.
Just be like, "What's going on? What did you do to my face?"
Aside
Right.
from like, it didn't really like claw at you. Like, it's barely a scratch.
Yeah, but I still felt like the claws.
Oh yeah, you felt the claws. You know how a blind person would recognize like the facial feature of someone? It's pretty much what it did.
Yeah, so I'm just saying like to help, like.
Oh, okay.
We're just here to talk.
All right,
just-
so you want her to roll a normal.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go.
So I get advantage?
No, instead of disadvantage, you
Normal,
have straight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna use a force point. And no, I'm gonna use my inspiration first, and then I'm gonna maybe use a force point.
What's that, Dak?
This-
Genocide?
Listen,
So
18.
Lauren has been like saving her force point the whole campaign, and the only way to get her to waste her resources is cute
I'm
bears.
rolling a force point too because I really want to be friends with the Ewoks. No.
19.
Do you want to add another force point?
Yes.
All right, because the DC is
Holy
20.
crap.
Oh, we
Ah,
can add more than one. Yeah.
All right,
This is very important to me.
I
so
want to mind the demo.
they look at you, and the bear goes like this,
She'll
Yep,
put her
yep.
hands down.
and he takes a spear in one hand, and then he grabs your hand with the other, and he like nudges you, like like a dog's pulling its master on a leash. Like that's what they're doing, trying to pull
Okay.
you forward.
Okay. She'll stand up again and say, "Oh, okay."
Yazidi goes, wait, and then she like points up and she goes, Danny, give.
Oh, yeah. Can you? And
Oh,
she'll
the
say-
one holding the rope just lets him fall down.
oh, straight on me.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
Then he falls down, and the other ones immediately put their spear like to his neck while he gets back up. But
It's okay. He
20
won't. He
persuasion.
won't hurt you either.
yeah, no,
None of
20 in
us-
persuasion. They're not gonna. And
None
they
of us are gonna hurt you.
I'm
They
gonna catch
funnel
you.
you.
I'm joking.
they funnel you through the forest for about an hour or so. And then you happen upon this other clearing with what you thought from high up were the entrances to burrows. They're actually huts carved within the base of the trees, or built like hobbit houses in hills. And they bring all of you to a pen, except for Yorsh. Yorsh, they bring you in front of a sort of totem pole.
That's right.
Oh, I swear to God, if you're there, they're gods.
No, that was C-3PO, okay?
Yeah, but this is not Star Wars that we know.
The pole has a bunch of skulls from various
He was measuring my skull.
species.
Is that the right side?
No, one of them is actually a helmet. It's a Togruta helmet. Was probably worn by one of the settlers. But the helmet is made, with like room for your lekus, for your face. It has the same size, and the bear like puts his hand on the helmet and then puts his hand on your face. And then on the helmet. And then it takes you and brings you into the pen with the rest of the group. And you wait there for...
I'm trapped.
Yeah, I mean, it's you guys could easily just walk over the fence. It's a pen for them. But you're like all it's like a bunch
child
of
gate.
Yeah, it's a bunch of adults trapped in a child gate while like children mill about, do their stuff. And then
This
later
is like reverse world. What's going on?
and then later
Oh
on,
God, Lauren.
We're going to kill them.
I love
No!
Don't get attached.
No!
later on,
Next thing you know, she's gonna start giving them names.
Yes!
one of them comes back. It's like a gray furred. It's the one that put his hand on your face, Yorsh. And you notice that they're walking with a stick.
Makatochi.
Like they were blind or something. And they bring out this very archaic, the Nokia to your holocom's iPhones.
Oh God.
It's like the old indestructible model from way back when. And he just throws it in the pen.
Like catch up with the force.
It goes.
Make it work. Tech support.
I look at it. What is that?
Well, you know how to use it. It's a phone. Or like a recording box. It's like a old thing. You could probably listen to what's in it or use it to communicate with.
Boop. Turn it on.
So it's out of tiny like camera lens appears a hologram of a Togruta, a female Togruta, and she introduces herself as the one scientist from the crowd, the colony ship. Sorry. She doesn't state her name because she was probably recording this for someone who knows her. But from what she's explaining about these people, she was most definitely the scientist, or at least the science-inclined one. She calls these people the Ewok. And
Can everyone hear this or just me?
oh yeah, everyone. She's speaking in basic, and she goes on to explain that the trappers that they've encountered were these creatures. They do not like intruders, or those that do not resemble them, but they are easily scared
So they're racist.
and easily cowed, which she thought at first was the way to make them to secure the settlement, was to scare them with our advanced technology. But blasters ran out of shot, and she had to come up with another way. And after seeing the way they built traps and everything, she thought that she could probably speak to them. And she explains that anything. So from what she understands at least of how like the ecosystem of this planet works is anything bigger than them eats them. They are the prey to almost every predator on this planet. They've learned to survive by scavenging, by eating, hunting for smaller creatures, but they have their main defense is to either put traps down or to just take their whole village and move elsewhere. But they seem to be attracted to certain areas on this planet, or at least in the vicinity, in the couple of 100 miles around where the ship crashed. And she says that this group that you see here is the only village nearby, but she has seen traces of other settlements. There seem to have been wars or battles for territory. So she thinks that this people is probably, to our knowledge here on Earth, out of game, would be sort of akin to the Native American tribes in America in like the 14th century. Like at least 100 years before America was settled and all that. And she says that they can be interacted with. She tried to learn their language. And a few things that she did learn was that they do not take well to any sign of violence, and they remember that violence. The totem pole is built with anybody that attacked them in the past.
He was like, you remember this?
Yeah, they seem to remember faces very, very well. And it's unfortunate, but she lists the name of all the people that disappeared. And that's how she put two and two together. They used her helmet because she didn't have it on her. She used to always wear it, didn't have it when she went to face them peacefully, but she saw her helmet on the totem pole. And they seem to be fascinated by any species that is not human. They are equally fascinated by anything that shines or that produces light, aside from fire, which they know. They know how to make fire. And they have they are more peaceful toward, at least in her theory is, they're more peaceful towards females, toward women, of any species, even the animals on the planet.
So they're racist and misogynist.
Misinterest, actually.
Yeah, misinterest would be the word.
That's correct.
But they seem to have a deep respect for anyone that treats them with reverence. And they can be easily surprised and easily scared. So avoid, sudden movements. She taught them basics of gardening. And that's how she was welcome in the tribe. And then the rest of the recording goes on to explain a few of their words. You guys aren't fluent in Ewok, but you know a few words. You'd be able to pick up on a few common words.
So as this has been going on, yours just like has this thing floating, and then the one that's there, that's like gave this to me.
He is transfixed by your powers.
Yeah. I kneel down and I take some rations out that I have, just in case. I eat some of it, and I offer it to the Ewok.
He takes it, smells it, takes a bite, spits it on the ground, and throws the food back at you and growls something.
I eat the rest of it. As it's just food to me.
Do we still have all our weapons?
Yeah, they don't understand how they work.
Okay.
Was there a word for weapons? Was there a word for? I'm just repeating what people say now. My brain's farting. Is there a word for food?
Yeah.
Was on...
Yeah. Think like
I
you
say
guys
that.
are you have the same vocabulary as a tourist, so you can probably ask where the bathrooms are.
I shout really loudly at them.
Oh wow. Damn tourists.
Dos
But no,
cerveza, por favor.
But yeah, I do that with like, because he threw it back at me, and I like just pick it up and eat it, like, nice like food.
Mhm. He looks at you and says, "No food." And he points to another hut. He says, "Food." And out of the other hut comes out like a random Ewok.
Is he saying that they eat each other?
Well, the ship's logs did mention cannibalism.
I'm sure it's fine.
Are we still all like standing around?
Yeah, you're standing in the kitty prison.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down because at this point, like, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, Fiona would have sat down, so that she can like kind of be on their level, make eye contact with them.
Especially since the thing said that they don't like bigger things than them.
And like would have kind of said in Ewok, like, as much as she could, like, my name is Fiona.
He taps his chest, which to mimic your same thing, and he just growls something, which you assume is probably their name, but it's not a word that was.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
What is, like, I don't know, how did Wicket get his name? This is
Never. Wicket got his name because of the cartoons.
I know.
That's true.
Wipe appropriation. You want this name now?
Yeah,
You are
like-
Bob. You...
yeah. Fiona will like try and mimic the noise, but like obviously can't growl in the same way.
He just cocks his head to a side.
Oh, like a puppy.
She'll kind of be like, I'm sorry.
And he shrugs to. He seems to just be mimicking what you're doing.
It was just going to take like a flashlight, like a light producer.
Mm-hmm.
and just,
Like a
flick it
lightsaber?
on and-
Look at this.
They
Look
have
at
no idea it's a weapon, right? They have no idea it can have them.
You get your
Um,
flashlight out.
Yeah, I just like I click it on enough as I like sit down towards them, and I click it and like kind of show it on my hand,
Sure.
and like try and like, and I like make like if there's like anywhere to reflect it, like make little like
He
things with it.
the Ewok falls on its ass and stumbles to get back up. Picks up its like walking stick and just run in a random direction. Random. It runs towards the village, but like not towards any huts in particular because it's probably too blind. It doesn't really know. But you definitely scared them.
Oh, I'm trying to persuade.
So-
Damn it. It's like,
Fiona
look.
Fiona will call out like, no, it's okay. It's okay.
It takes a few hours before any of them come back. By now, night has almost fallen.
Fiona has like gives Yorsh a dirty look. Said
When
not to scare them.
It's a flashlight. How am I supposed to know what scares these things?
You said, wait, was a flashlight or a lightsaber?
no, it was a flashlight.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
When,
Let them look at it.
when they come back, they're a group of about 13 with torches.
A warband.
Before anything else, I would like to use our comm link to see if anything's happening to the ship.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. We should probably.
Oh,
tell
everything's
them.
fine on the ship. Well, on their part anyway. Fyra says everything's fine.
And
Fuck the shit. Just
we
Hold
should.
up.
Just having an issue with the locals.
Yeah. We should.
Don't worry
probably-
about it. They
we
seem
should probably
fine.
tell them not to fight, like not to respond with
Aggression.
aggression.
Cool. Yep, sure. Care to describe them for me?
If spears hit.
They look like this. No, they look like
Yeah, you describe an Ewok.
small bears.
If they fling spears at the ship, it's not gonna do anything. You can probably just activate the wipers to like deflect them.
Sita just looks at Danny. She's like, "How you holding up, kid?"
Oh yeah, easy. Like
How's your first capture?
Danny's like, why do I keep getting captured by everything?
Look, at least we're
Plot
we were
device.
friendly, okay?
Fiona will look at Danny and be like, I mean, sometimes that's just our lot in life.
Does that mean I have to go with them now?
No.
No.
you just staying with us.
Who else am I supposed to teach all my amazing piloting skills to?
I mean, I get captured
Me?
all the time, and it's. I think it's just them. They're like capture people, and you stay with them. I guess.
So 13 of them come by the pen, and they start pointing at each of you. And I'm gonna ask each one of you to roll a d8, please.
I don't want to die.
The lowest will be the chosen.
Here would be our food. That's why I'm gonna kill these Ewoks. Oh, you got a free.
Don't you fucking.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
Yorsh,
gonna by themselves.
you have been chosen. So they come to the pen. And they...
Yours.
Josh, you're rolling a d4. I said a d8.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm sorry. I got really happy.
I want it to be fair. If you're the chosen,
Oh,
you'll be...
fucking god damn it.
Fiona.
That
Yeah.
would've been so funny.
They come to the pen, and they surround the pen.
Yeah.
And one of them opens the tiny gate. There apparently was a gate. You guys just hopped over it. And it goes inside and tries to like shoulder check everyone's knee as it passes by. And it goes to you, Fiona.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is so cute.
And he puts his spear on your back. And he like taps your back with the spear. And it's like,
Okay. Yeah, I'll come, and she'll do the same kind of thing, like with her hands. Up.
Fiona, the moment you're in danger, just get our attention and we'll come get
It'll-
you.
It'll be fine.
I know you
heard
can
what-
handle yourself.
You heard what the scientist said. We should deal with this peacefully if we are to try and have a base here.
God, I wish it was me.
They lead you closer, not closer,
Don't die.
farther into their village. Into one of these burrows.
Yeah.
When you go inside, the first thing you notice is this strange altar set in the back of the burrow. It's one big, like, round room. And it's not high enough that you can stand properly. You have to sort of bend over a bit. But it's you can still, like, no, you don't have to walk on all fours or anything.
Yeah.
And in front of that hotel is the skull of a Tokruta.
Oh, look. I'm the scientist.
And in front of said skull is another of these bears. They look older, their fur is discolored, and they're wearing a sort of very strange headdress with bones and leather and mud caked in it. And they look at you and they start growling. The only word that you make out is a word for probably predator or enemy.
She'll say kind of like, no, not enemy.
And he keeps talking for a bit. You recognize the word. It's a weird word, but basically it would be the word that they use for their own race, which you would know as Ewok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a weird gurgling sound that they make to identify themselves, but you understand this as what she decided to call Ewok.
Okay. She'll say like Fiona, friend, or peaceful, or any kind of word.
And it keeps talking, and you hear the two following words that you understand, at least not here. I'm sorry. Eat or eating, and friend, or possibly family.
You eat. She'll say like, eat me?
And the creature just goes like this.
Please no. And she'll go, friend.
And he repeats blah 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 blah. And some point in that sentence, there's the word again, eat and friend. Make an intelligence check. I feel like at this point you've been conversing for long enough that you might be able to glimpse clues through the.
Can I use
Dialogue.
social sciences?
Um.
This is essentially a social science.
Yeah, true. Yeah, sure.
Way to eat us. That's brutality.
Do you eat your friends?
So he's
16.
You think he's inviting you to a feast.
Oh, yes.
So like, you know, it's like, oh, you're a friend. So if you're a friend, you will come to the feast.
And Fiona will point backwards and say, "My friends."
And he sort of like mimics a posture and
Yeah.
a demeanor. And you think he's trying to imitate Dak?
Excuse me?
Does it kick open a door?
Yeah. the Ewok rams into a wall. Oh, Dak.
Hey, listen! This happened like 15 episodes ago. Minimum.
Yes,
You
he's his
still-
friend, young
Bring
man.
this up.
No, but your deeds are known across the galaxy, even by non-space-faring people.
It's an infamy.
Yep.
And I'll take that.
Been told.
So he then's after making that like thing, he pushes you out of the hut,
Oh, okay.
and the other Ewok brings you to someplace else, but I'm not gonna say anything
What? Okay.
because I'm gonna cut to.
Do I see them? Like, am I?
Oh, everyone's in the pen. You can
Yeah,
look
like,
over
just-
your shoulder,
Hey.
but they're bringing
Yeah.
you opposite the pen.
Okay.
like,
Fiona will be like, "Everything's fine. I think they're taking me for food." Like,
You're being
They're
prodded
feeding-
by the spear.
yeah, but
walk
she's gonna be
faster.
like, "Everything's fine. I think they want to feed me."
Did you hear that? I think she said they're gonna eat her.
Stop.
I
And
think they're trying to fatten her up to cook her.
Yeah.
the second one that they take is Zeta,
Oh God.
Taking the female first to make sense.
and they bring you to this big hut. Same thing, Skull the Gruda. Very old bear is in there, and he looks at you and starts grumbling and growling and saying some words, and you recognize the word for sky.
Oh, she's like, yeah, I above sky fly, and then she like tries to like form with her hands like a ship, and like, like I fly ship in sky.
And he makes a like few motions. You think he's trying to ask you like which star you come from.
Just trying to think of like
Yeah, sure, give like coordinates.
no
To a
she's, like,
primitive
thinking,
bear.
like- no, she's like not star, and then she like taps the ground and like grabs like some dirt in her hand and like crumbles it up into like little tiny pieces, and she goes, "Sand, planet."
He walks up to you and hugs you.
Oh,
He's a hugger.
and she just kind of like pats him, and
He's
she's like,
smiling at me.
Can you make an intelligence check?
I can try.
He's asking if you're taking me away from the planet. You said yes. We're gonna live.
I didn't do very good.
You have no idea that he just hugged you because you told him your planet was destroyed.
Oh no.
Oh, this is sad.
Oh no.
And then he takes. Well, you don't know that. I'm just saying for
Yeah.
everyone because it's hilarious. He
Oh,
takes
no.
another handful of dirt and he spits a few times in it and he makes a ball with it. And he points on the ball. And he points on the ground. And he starts going on and on and on and on about something. And it takes a few minutes and you have trouble keeping up with what he's saying. But you do, again, pick up the word for Ewok. But you also pick up the word for predator, for friend, for sky.
Mm.
And then he takes the ball and he points at you. And he points at the ball. And he puts his like hand in a fist. And he goes like this.
Mm. Oh, he's talking about the ship. She like takes like the fist and she kind of like tries to move it away and goes, accident, was not meant to happen, did not mean harm.
And he pushes you out of the hut.
Beating a turd.
And you are taken to potentially Fianna. Or
No,
the Fianna
Vita
feast.
just kind of like waves her hand like it's fine.
I think she needs help. I think that's a wave of
The next one to be taken
distress.
is Alistair.
Oh shit.
You guys have no idea what happens. But you do hear him and the bear burst out laughing.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Plus, he'd make friends with the bears.
And Alistair comes out of the hut after a few minutes and he's like, "You're the best! You are the best!" And he turns to you guys as he's being shoved further into the village and he's like, "I have no clue. Help me!"
Oh, we're so screwed.
You're the next one.
Oh God.
Josh?
And you are
I
brought
can't hear you. I'm in character.
into the big hut. You notice the
Mhm.
skull of this Togruta on the altar.
They've murdered my people. I understand.
And when you enter, that creature is holding onto, like, with a hand over the skull. And he points to you and mutters something. You understand the word friend.
Mm.
And he takes you by both hands. And he brings you to the altar. And he puts your hands on the skull. And again, he repeats the same thing, and again you hear the word friend. Friend or family. It's sort of the same from what you've gathered on the recordings. And then he goes into a tirade. And he starts like shaking a spear. Not a spear, but a staff with like this like bits of grigries or whatever on him. And then he calms down. And he sort of motions you to like leave the skull alone. And he looks at you and he
Just slowly go for my lights in order. No.
he puts his hand like he was holding a lightsaber or maybe a flashlight. And he goes, "Rawr! Rawr!"
I take out my lightsaber.
And he goes up to you and he like taps the lights. You know the part where the beam comes out?
Yeah.
He puts a finger in it.
I like move away and I like turn it on.
You're gonna kill him?
And it takes like a few steps back and falls prone and looks at you, looks at the lightsaber, looks at you,
I like point and like I point. I'm like shake like I do like a like turn it off.
He gets back up. And he starts motioning something. You think at some point he puts his hands the way Dak handles a blaster rifle?
Mm.
And he makes like and again you pick up on the word like foe or predator and family. And then he points to the skull again.
I point to this,
Mm-hmm.
and I point to like his staff, and I say, "Show me or take me."
He goes up to you again, and he tries to take your lightsaber.
No.
No.
He like takes his staff and like whacks you on the thigh, and he tries to take your lightsaber.
No. He's gonna kill himself.
He
Oh.
doesn't understand that.
He's gonna
Um,
like, what's this?
Make a persuasion check with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Can I actually, as I'm doing this persuasion check,
Mhm.
get like like a stick on my finger and it's like draw like to Gruda like with a little stick body and like a little lightsaber, and I say like friend to it, pointing to
Sure.
it. It's like,
You can certainly try.
let's see.
I mean, you succeed on the drawing, but we'll see how that translates into your.
Look, if I have to kill these Ewoks,
Or he fails on the drawing. He forgets to draw the tentacles.
I use my lightsaber to draw.
He draws with his big toe. It just comes out as a big
Persuasion.
mush.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll a d8. Because I use my force point.
All right. You manage to impress upon the Ewok that this is dangerous,
Mm.
and he motions you to follow him. And they go into a hut across from his.
Oh yeah, Ewok action.
And you notice when you come into this hut, it's full of discarded containers. But like civilized containers that were probably found aboard the colonist ship. And there is an object that he shows you that looks a lot like an archaic lightsaber handle.
Mm.
But when you turn it on, it's a flashlight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I put my lightsaber on and I bring out my other flashlight and I like turn them on at the same time.
He seems notably disappointed, but still wants to take the flashlight.
I give him the flashlight. I show him how to turn on the flashlight.
All right. Once you give him the flashlight, he starts turning it on and off, and at some point he aims it at his eyes. And he's like,
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish I gave him
Primitives.
the lightsaber now.
yeah, yep. And then he shoves you outside, and you're brought with the rest of the village.
Okay.
And the next one is Danny.
Oh no.
Oh God. Can I want to put myself in between Danny and the bears.
The bears
That sounds
prod
like
you
a
with
fucking Beatles
spears,
song.
Nah, I go take me.
and one bear taps his chest, and he's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and he points you again. You think that he called himself, like he named himself, and you are now known as Take Me.
What did I do?
Mm-hmm. The legend lives on.
I'm gonna push Danny away, and I'm gonna take a step forward.
Make an intimidation check.
That's gonna end well.
This is how they die.
And
I love how the conversation is: do we kill them or don't we kill them? That's the conversation.
That is not the conversation.
So, you step in between, and from your towering might, the other
Yes.
bears recoil. And they look to one another and they growl something. And then one of them takes you by the bottom of your shirt, I guess, and he pulls on it.
Okay.
He's doing the... It's an Ewok trying to rough handle you.
Okay.
It's just... If you don't want to move, you're allowed to not move.
Now I'm
Not
gonna let
pull
him
you
move me,
that
like,
far.
maybe he's taking me somewhere. Huh?
Yeah, he actually is bringing you instead of Danny. And then he's like, sir, why are you leaving me here?
You're safer in here for now. I'll be back for you.
Nobody has come back, sir.
I'll come back for you.
You promise?
I promise.
I don't want to be eaten by these weird little bears.
You can at least take one or two of them before.
I don't know. They look too cute to kill.
Trust me.
And you are brought inside the big hut. And as soon as you come in, you are whacked by a staff
Where?
on the side of your one of your thighs. It's like the highest they can go anyway. And this old Ewok with like a very fancy headdress is just like hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, and you hear the words for like predator and family and something like that as he's hitting you. Make an intelligence check.
That's gonna go well.
You believe that he's probably hitting you because he's trying to tenderize you. But for everybody else, because it's hilarious, he's taking out his anger on Dak. And then he makes the same motions he made with yours, the like blaster rifle, and going like, and then he whacks you again. And you realize he probably fears or hate your weapons.
He's probably telling me to not do that.
Probably, but you still have your weapons on you.
Yeah. I'm not stupid enough to just touch them at this point, because I know he's probably gonna whack me harder.
Alright, so you just stand motionless as you're getting your thigh bruised by a tiny bear? I just want to know, are you standing motionless or not?
Logically, no. I think I understand what he means. So I'm gonna slowly take the rifles off of myself by the
He goes into a defensive stance.
take it and drop it. I have the safety on, so it's not gonna shoot.
He whacks your blaster with all of its tiny Ewok strength.
Oh man.
It doesn't do much.
I'm gonna take my shotgun and put it down there too.
And then your blaster.
And then my blaster. And then lastly, my shock mole.
No, that he doesn't seem to care much about. He seems to be to have a sort of aggressiveness towards your blaster weapons.
Oh. I'm gonna still put in this in the pile.
And then again goes into like this big dialogue. You don't really understand 99% of it. You pick up the word family or friend again, and the word eat or eating.
Then I'm gonna point in the general direction of where Danny is and says, "Friend."
He looks in the direction you're pointing, and he goes up to the wall and he taps the wall, and he grumbles.
I don't know how to explain to him, but
And again, blah 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 blah. But you pick up a word, you've never heard it, but it sounds like he's trying to say Fianna. Like Rihanna. It sounds like Rihanna.
You've just changed title. Alright. Fiona?
And then he says a couple
Uh,
things again, and then, you know, friend, eat.
Are we going to eat Fiona? That language barrier is fantastic. Yub.
And then he shoves you out, and you are taken by the spears. And then same thing happens to Danny, and you end up in the center of the village. All of the Ewoks are sitting in this sort of mini amphitheater. There's a huge bonfire burning in the middle. Tiny tables filled with... You have no clue. They're probably fruits and stuff from the planet, but you've never seen that food or those drinks anywhere. A few Ewoks are putting down what seems to be musical instruments. And Fiona, Zeta, Alistair, Yorshkata, and Danny, you are sitting among the Ewoks. Dak, you are taken to another hut first, where your weapons are left.
Okay.
And,
Any other weapons there?
it's the same as yours, so you notice like these crates of, civilized crates, so stuff that the settlers must have brought with them. There might be weapons in there. But also one of the Ewok tries to lift your shirt. And another one comes in with like a bowl of like war paint.
Okay, I'm gonna take my shirt off.
And they start drawing with paint on you, on your chest and all that.
Yeah, Mr.
This is amazing, and I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to eat a meal.
And we will stop the game as Dak is being brought as the main course of tonight's feast.
I knew it.
How will our heroes get out of this very awkward meeting with another culture and
Hey
language
guys,
barriers?
I think they think I'm a hero or something.
I'm their new god.
Yes, that's what I think.
Why do you have to end it there?
Because it's
That's-
amazing.
No, I don't like this. I don't want that. This is
Beat it to
bad.
the
It's
rescue.
happening.
You agreed to sell Dak to cement this alliance.
I told you.
I'm not comfortable with any of this happening right now.
Of course, it's yep. But the thing is, we'll see how you guys get out of this kerfuffle.
I mean,
the tiny
it doesn't
Ewoks.
matter them.
I would like to go back on my word. Genocide.
No,
It's happening.
I
Mhm.
don't. I don't
Mhm.
like
I
that.
have
At this
an idea.
moment,
Don't worry.
you are at their mercy.
Not if I run faster than them.
We know that. Oh,
I'm gonna run around in circles around their camp. They ain't gonna be able to catch me.
So, let's go around the table.
They're not immune to genocide. If they bleed, we can kill them.
Yeah, but
No.
Ewoks don't bleed. Haven't you seen Star Wars?
it's true. It's true. They just fade into nothingness.
So, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? We'll start. Let's do same order as when we introduced ourselves. So we'll start with Alex.
Hey, I am Dak, the Ewoks' new god. You can find me on Twitter at The Gambit, where I post lots of stuff. I haven't got another game playing so far, so you'll see me next Tuesday. I'm not. No. Pork roast is not a good episode title, but I will sign up on that. It's pretty funny.
Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. You can find me on Twitter. You can also find me here. The end. I have a plan to save Dak, okay? It's gonna be amazing and possibly romantic, and we'll see what happens. I have a plan.
Oh, all right.
Hold on. The Ewok chief was actually tenderizing me. You bastard!
He wasn't. He was actually saying, and I can tell you now because not like it's gonna matter. He was holding you responsible for the murder of all of his friends and family.
Oh yeah, sure. Damn it.
Hey, Josh. Who are you?
Hey. Hey, yeah, I am Pro Starter. I am the one who is advocating the Ewok slaughter of 2018.
Ewok Slaughter 2K18.
I will be sending my petition soon for the murder of all Ewoks, but you can find me on the internet as Pro Starter. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Instagram, all under the name. Thank you for having me. I look forward to
No problem. As usual, if you guys want to post like all of your
Oh,
socials and
great.
stuff in chat, you have access to that. And last but not least, Lauren.
I mean, Emily too, but. No, did I miss Emily? Was I too?
No,
already
we
did
did, Emily.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was too busy freaking out about Ewok murder. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm Dale_nice girl on Twitter. I have a schedule that is very outdated, but every other Monday I'm on Off the Table doing Tales from Thersha, which is D&D 5e. Tuesdays I'm here. Thursdays starting next week, I will be on Grimjack 21052
90210.
something Grimjack a whole 21502. And playing in his Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign. It's going to be very, very good and fun. And on Fridays, I'm back here on Wandering DM, playing in the Witcher campaign. Ewoks are the best. They're very cute. And if any of them die or if the Ewoks are evil, I quit. So don't do that. Yay, the end.
All right, we'll see everyone next week. By the way, this season of Star Wars is ending in 2 weeks. And then we'll go on holiday break, and back from the break, we'll kick off season 3. Ciao, everyone. Have a good night, and we will see you. I will see you on Friday, but we will see you next week.
I will not be Ewok meal.